Luke Cohen from the ECB saying, I have my doubts about the implementation of this agreement. Quote, I fear that the proposed solution will provoke negative feelings in Greece. Quote, I wonder if the best solution was actually an exit. That's a member of the ECB's Governing Council. Wow. Is he right?
Well, if we needed any confirmation that euro is breakable, this is probably it. I mean, what we have learned through this debacle is that the ECB's promise of whatever it takes to protect the euro is not an insurance against state default. I think what's important here, however, is to understand that the eurozone continues to play with the long term, not with the short term goal in mind. The long term is to make the euro a safer area. And what's interesting, I think, with respect to this deal, is that when you ask eurozone finance ministers or indeed eurozone taxpayers, generally people feel that this was the right thing to do, the only right thing to do, even though, of course, it's politically, economically, financially devastating for Greece in the short term. When you talk to non-eurozone economists, however, they all think, oh my God, what are they doing to the Greeks? So I think what we have to understand here is that the eurozone finance ministers have drawn a separation between Syriza and Greece. So there's no desire to pay political dividends to a party that basically reneged on the contract that Greece had with EU creditors, the previous bailout, that defaulted by another name to the IMF, and that introduced bank controls as a result of brinkmanship. This was not the result of eurozone policy, it was a result of domestic political risk. At the end of the day, we had an economy that was accessing capital markets and it was growing with unemployment falling at the back end of last year. And when you have an economy that's got 3.5 people in employment and just under 5 million of a labour force, it doesn't take a lot for reforms to start paying off.
And has a firewall been successfully put around Greece right now, between Greece and other peripheral nations in the Eurozone? I think of Spain, where unemployment rates have not been that dissimilar.
I think so. I think what this deal proposes to do, and this is the important thing here, is that the eurozone is still prepared to take political risks that the markets are not prepared to take. I mean, there's nobody offering Greece 85 billion at the moment for default, basically, or debt relief. So I think the importance of the deal is that it doesn't bail out Greece. It certainly does not. But what it does do is it seeks to intercept the diabolical feedback loop between bank solvency and state insolvency. And by seeking to recapitalise the Greek banks and also take ownership of Greek bank equity, this essentially separates the Greek financial system and therefore the Greek euro from the political travails and volatility of the state. And we certainly haven't seen the last of that one.